Hi, my name is Steve Wright. I have 20 years in the chair working with digital color in compositing visual effect shots for over 70 feature films, and I had to master digital color many years ago. Since 2005, I've been traveling around the world teaching and training the staffs of major visual effects studios such as Pixar, Disney, Prime Focus, and over 20 others. I've also published 2 popular books on compositing visual effects. All of this experience at training has given me a unique understanding of what artists need to know about digital color. If you're a photographer, video editor, Photoshop artist, motion graphic artist, 3D animator, or visual effects artist, or frankly, any kind of an artist today working with pictures, your job depends on working with digital images. While there are many classes and courses you can take to learn your tools and craft, one of the subjects that tends to be neglected is the subject of color. More specifically, digital color. Color that you capture, manipulate, and view in what is today an entirely digital pipeline. In this webinar, you will learn what happens when color hits the computer. This webinar is specifically for artists, not color scientists, but this is not an art class. It is not about developing looks or other artistic treatments. You can get that from many fine sources. This is the hard-to-get knowledge about color that tends to get glossed over because it's difficult, hard to explain, and frankly, many instructors just don't understand it themselves. The webinar starts out with a clear explanation of color theory, both additive and subtractive, then builds on that to add key color terms and essential concepts in color grading and secondary color correction. There are demonstrations and examples using a variety of programs, including Photoshop, Nuke, and Shake, to illustrate key color concepts. We will learn why RGB is for computers and HSV is for humans, then learn key color concepts like tints, shades, warm versus cool, and the dynamic range of images. You will learn why luminance and chrominance are absolutely fundamental concepts that show up not just in video, but in color correction and many compression schemes like JPEGs for photos and MPEG for videos. We'll also learn about lossy and lossless compression schemes and how to use them to protect the color of your images. How many times have you said, "But it looked great on my monitor"? Once you understand color temperature, gamuts, and color space, you will no longer be mystified. Again, I promise you no color science or math, just crystal clear explanation that you can use every day in your work. You have probably heard about high dynamic range or HDR images, but you will soon learn what they are, how to make them, and how they're used in both visual effects and high-end photography. If you have ever found color curves confusing and not sure how they're used for color correcting or what a LUT is, you will find the answers in this webinar. Yet another essential subject is bit depth and how it affects the color of your digital images. More importantly, you will learn how to manage bit depth to protect the quality of your pictures and save them from damage during image capture, processing, and compression, and which file formats to use. You will also see how to protect your images from the scourge of clipping. Sign up today to get into my Color for Digital Artists webinar and deepen your knowledge of color to protect the quality of your work.